Okay, so this is coping with intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts are terrifying, exhausting, and repetitive. But if you're watching this, you probably already know that. So when you have the thought, you can't believe that you even thought it. You're like, how could I think that? How could I think that? What's wrong with me? So you try not to think about it, but the more you try not to, the more you do. Because suppressing leads to obsessing. The more you try not to think about something, the more you do. So, like, for the next 20 seconds, try not to think about a pink penguin. You will. You will. You can't help it. So, we have millions of thoughts every day. Most of them are subconscious. It's just like a constant flow of information. It's always going, it's always moving. Even when you're sleeping, you dream, right? Okay. So, in order to cope with this, I want you to look at your thoughts as your mind's, not yours. Look at them from like a third person view, an outside perspective. Like, it's just a flow of information in your brain, not necessarily connected to you. It's just a constant movement. You cannot control your thoughts, but you can control your reaction to your thoughts. I know it's scary and you feel guilty, but it's just a thought. You can literally think whatever you want, and there's nothing wrong with that, because thoughts don't matter. Actions matter. So when you have a bad thought, don't suppress it. Just accept it. Actually take one whole minute, embrace the thought, accept the thought, just let yourself think it, and then move on to the next thing. Something distracting. Gradually over time, as you learn to control your reactions to these thoughts, they won't bother you anymore. You'll literally be able to think about whatever you want, and it won't lead to unpleasant obsessions. This doesn't make you a bad person, and you don't have to feel guilty. What else? So yeah, look at your thoughts as just a constant flow of information disconnected from you. They're not your thoughts, they're your mind's thoughts. They're just a constant flow of information. Try to look at what's going on in your mind from an outside perspective, a third person view. Keep in mind you can't control your thoughts. So don't try to control your thoughts. You can only control how you react to your thoughts. So like I said, accept it, embrace it. Let yourself think about it for like a minute, and then move on to something else. It's kind of a reoccurring theme in mental illness and anxiety to just embrace discomfort and suffering in order to overcome. And I know it sounds really scary, and I know you probably don't want to do it, but if you do this, you can and will stop obsessing, and you'll be able to be happy, and you'll be able to help and relate to other people who have these same problems. You'll be able to make them feel understood. And I feel that in the end, it's all worth it. And it makes you a stronger person.